Hi, Erin, hi. Sherry, hi. You there?
Hey, Annie.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Day one of school at home.
Sorry?
How was school at home?
Oh, school at home's easy. It's the gymnastics training that's a little tricky.
Oh, yeah. Are they going right now? They're not going right now.
No, they're doing like 3 hours of Zoom at home.
Oh my God.
Times two, right?
Yeah. So you get to sneak in an hour of Zoom all to yourself?
Exactly. I just booted free out like 5 minutes before. So, yep.
I think I have to put one in.
How are your workouts going?
I would say they're sporadic at best right now.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah. I'm counting walking a lot.
Yeah.
Walking in the snow is way harder. Because I work out mostly outdoors, so
yeah, that's
sporadic is best. My brother and he's been bringing my nephew have been coming to work out, which is really fun. I play coach. I don't really work out with them. I coach, but it's fun. It's fun to see them.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's good, healthy outdoor social distancing fun.
Yes. The only kind of fun you can have these days. Hey, Carm. Oh, she's ignoring us.
Yeah. Thanks, Carm. Thanks, George.
Hi. Sorry, I didn't realize I was on mute. No, I didn't turn the camera on. Hi, Annie. No, I don't.
Hi.
Hi, Annie.
Hi. Hi, guys. I'm glad you're here.
George is pretending that he's going to be in this session because we're off camera.
We just finished dinner. I can't move.
No one will believe you did it if you're not on camera. Hi, Carolina.
How are you?
Good. I was speaking to a friend at a different CrossFit today, and she said she hosted a Zoom. She's a coach there. She hosted a Zoom, and she said it went well. There were 3 people. And I said, oh yeah, I'm doing one tonight. She said, how many are you expecting? I was like, well, I assume 20. And she was like, whoa, firepower likes to stretch. But we'll see. They might all be like George. We won't know if they actually did it. All right. Okay, we've got a good group of us in here. I might get us going. And as people jump in, that's fine. I'm going to, I think, on occasion, change my camera angle. So sometimes I'll be tall and sometimes I'll be wide. I'm coming up on 6 months, so I'm always going to look wide, but you get the gist. I'm going to take us through the way I see it working is I'm going to get us moving a little bit. Don't worry, no burpees, nothing like that, but get you moving a little bit, get us a little bit warm. Then I'd like to do some active stuff. So when I think about mobility, I think about being able to pull myself into different positions. When I think of flexibility, I think of that as a passive action. So I'm going to work a little bit of what I'm going to reference as mobility. So being able to pull your body into position. And then at the end of that, maybe a little bit of flexibility. So more passive stuff, the kind that we want to end the night on where we mostly are lying down. Well, that's the hope. So you guys, I will probably do most of the movements and then I might turn and watch you guys a little bit. So if I say hit it for 10 reps and you don't see me doing 10 reps, it's partly because I'm cheating and it's partly because I'm watching you. Okay, so I'm going to make myself a little bit taller, and I'm going to have us all standing up to begin with. We're going to start just moving. Okay. Can you all hear me still? Someone give me a yes, because I can't see your thumbs. You're too far away from me at this point. Yeah, I think someone gave me a yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's start. We're just gonna reach up. Wherever up is, shoulders can shrug, really reach, reach, reach. You can reach side to side and then reach down. Oh. And you can do this however you're comfortable. This one's pretty passive, kind of rock around. Let's do it again, reach up. I like to reach side to side. You might want to reach back or forward like you're diving into a pool, and then down. You can roll your spine here. You can flex it straight and roll it down. And let's go one more time, up. And really reach, like shrug, like you're trying to get tall. You should feel a pull a little bit through your sides. Okay, let's go into some soldier kicks. We're gonna go for 10 kicks. You can't win, so you don't have to be able to touch your toes, but we're reaching your opposite hand, whoa, towards your opposite toe. Good, we'll go for 10. Nice. And then we'll go into 10 hamstring sweeps. So we'll kick one heel in front of the other, draw your hips back, pull your hands behind you, and then sweep them down and forward. Come on up, switch sides, pull the hips, hands back and forward. We'll go for 10. It is nice to be able to see you guys again. Donna, it's like you have company with those mirrors. Okay, we're gonna go into a quad pull. So I'm gonna have you reach back, you're gonna grab your toe. I like to take my other hand up overhead, and I'm gonna press up onto my standing toe, pull the knee behind me. And we can switch, stretch up, pull the leg behind. Again, we'll go for 10 total. Good, you guys. Doesn't look nearly as windy in your houses as it did in mine. Okay, we're gonna go into some arm circles. So simple enough to begin with. We'll go arms out at your side. We're gonna roll in forward circles. We're gonna keep them small, like you're drawing 1 foot circles, 1 foot radiant circles with your arms. And we'll go for 10. And then we'll go the other direction. So you're drawing a backward circle for 10. Okay, let's go forward, but we're gonna draw bigger circles. Not the biggest circle, but maybe 2.5 foot circles. And then backwards. Whew. Okay, now we're gonna go biggest circles you can draw. I have to go slightly off askew. Forward for 10. Yep, as big and as broad as your shoulders want to let you go. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna take you down to the ground for my favorite warm-up move. If you're ever in my class, I've made you do this. We're gonna go for some mountain climbers. So we'll set yourself in a nice plank, shoulders back, shoulders right on top of wrists, and let's go for 30. Knee to elbow. Every time your knee touches an elbow, that counts as 1. Once you're done those 30, we're gonna stay down there in our plank. Good. And we're gonna go into 10 donkey kicks. Don't let this get you nervous. We just start really small. So I'm gonna have you start in a plank. You're gonna walk your toes in towards your hands. I want you staring right at your thumbs. So eyes are gonna stay at your thumbs. Don't let them travel from there. We're just gonna do small little kick-ups. Let's go for 10. So every time your feet come off the ground, you can feel pressure from your wrist, through your elbow to your shoulder. Beautiful, you guys. Nothing to it. Yeah, lovely. Okay, I'm out of breath. I'm getting warm. Let's get into some articulated movement. So I'm gonna have you start with your hips. So I wanna do articulated movement from the hip. I'm gonna have us do one hip at a time. And the goal is we're trying to get the hip to move. So oftentimes when I ask your hip to move, everything else moves maybe in conjunction with or worse instead of. So sometimes we say move your hip. I might want your hip to come up, but what happens is the back moves. Or I might want the hip to come out, but the shoulders move. So we're gonna focus really clearly on trying to move the hip. So I'm gonna start with my right. I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer with me. So what I have you do initially, I have a railing here that I can hold on to. If you have a piece of furniture, I don't want to death grip it, just something to help me so I don't fall over. I'm a little bit tippy these days. I have you start standing on your left leg. And I want you to draw your right knee up as high as you can get it. And I want you to really pull. I'm just going to show you my profile as we do this. So as I pull that knee up, I'm not leaning back. I'm keeping my shoulder right on top of my hip and I'm pulling. You should feel this in your left glute. Left hip is working to get that right knee as high as you can. Keeping that knee just as high. We're not going to let it come down. I want you to turn it out. Your shoulders are going to stay square. You're not turning with the knee. You're turning at the hip. Make sure it's still up high. It hasn't sunk down on you. All right, now I want you to, I'm gonna move my camera a bit. I want you to take your foot and try it, bring it level with your knee. Good. Then we can rotate all the way back around to where we started. So there's gonna be different positions where we all get stuck, where our body's gonna try and move instead of our hip. So the focus is on the hip. Something that helps, if you've got something that you can pin your left hip to, that sometimes helps keep you steady while you drive your right knee up, out, foot up, and around. Okay, we're gonna go for 3 more on this side. So draw that knee up as high as you can get it. Keep it up high as you pull the knee out. Good, don't ever let the knee drop once you've driven it up. Good, keep your shoulders square. I'm saying to the camera, but whichever direction they're facing. Good, so it should feel a little bit sticky. Brian, that's a mobile looking hip. Okay, so once we've got the knee out, we want to keep it up high as we draw that foot up. We don't want the knee to drop at that point. And then around. So as I bring my knee back, imagine there's something here. I have to lift it up and around that. Whew. Okay, I think we've done 5 on one side. So let's go to the other side. We're gonna do one super slow with me. So if you've got something to steady you, we'll use that. We're gonna start standing on your right leg. I want you to draw your left up as high as you can. Stay here for a moment, feeling the pressure of the floor through 3 points of your foot. See if you can get that knee any higher. Keep your right knee super straight. Don't let it bend. Now, let's take the left knee wide. Good, don't let that right hip travel, it's staying forward. Okay, let's try and lift your left foot. Now imagine your legs on top of a table, keep it over that table, back and around. Whew. Okay, 4 more on this side. Take your time, draw the knee up. As you're drawing the knee up, make sure that your pillar leg is remaining straight. Nice, Erin. Good, as your knee draws open, make sure that your hip stays square. Good, Sean, as you bring that heel behind you, keep the knee as high as you can. Good, keep it up now, up, 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 up. That's a boy, way better. Good, you felt the stickiness. It's windy at your house too, Mel. Oh, well done, you guys. Okay, I want to do the same exercise now with our shoulders. So I'm going to try and take you over to my other wall. So we're going to try and take your shoulders through that same kind of articulated motion. So just like with the hips, I'm going to say we'll start with our right. I want the shoulder to move. I don't want your chest to move or your hips to move or your back to move to get this range we're looking for. So we're going to start standing up tall. You're going to take your right arm in front of you. Thumb is facing the ceiling. We're going to take it right up overhead. Thumb still facing behind you. I want you to reach that arm as far behind you as you can. Thumb still facing back. Keep going as far as you can. Remember, as you do this, we're not trying to lean. The back stays steady as you pull through the shoulder. Okay, you've gone as far as you can. I want you to turn your palm the other direction. So palm is now facing behind you. And we're going to take that shoulder back. So at this point, again, my chest wants to turn. I want your chest to stay steady. And you're going to bring the shoulder all the way around. Again, if you've got a wall, you can use the wall to help with this articulation. So if I'm using this wall here, I can put my right shoulder right close to it. I'm going to reach up, thumb facing behind me for as long as I can and keeping that hand behind. I get as far as I can, then I'm going to turn it. Now the wall acts as a barrier. I keep my chest forward and that arm comes behind. Okay, 4 more on this side. If you've got a wall, stand right up against it. Not bad, Sean. Imagine there's plexiglass there so that arm stays tighter to your body. It can't flow out wide. Erin, that looks good. Jamie, good. Keep your shoulders square to me. Your whole chest is going to try and turn. Good. Keep the chest square to me here, Jamie. Yeah. Great fight. Nice, Andrea. This is a boxer's move. You've done this one. Okay, you guys, let's try the other arm. So again, we're gonna go one time through nice and slow with me, and then we'll turn you loose for 4. Okay. Here we go, starting standing tall. So we're nice and stacked, shoulders on top of hips, belly is in. Let's take the left arm up, thumb is facing behind you. Stay at overhead position, at your overhead position for a moment. Make sure that we're nice and stacked. Glutes are firing so that we're not sinking. Let's reach the arm further. Keep the belly in. Now we can turn the hand. Keep the arm close to the body, the shoulders square and around. Whew. Lots of muscles in my back firing to make that happen. Again, if you've got a wall, put yourself up against the wall to hold your arms tight to the body. Let's go 4 more on that side. Oh, Charlie. I couldn't figure out who was with Andrea. I forget that you're all grown up. Mel, you are so mobile. Brian, do you have to remove a ceiling tile to perform this drill? That's amazing. Oh, Sean, this side looks better. Carolina, well done. Okay, fight for it, Lori. Fight, fight, fight. Keep reaching that arm back. Good girl, good square shoulders. Okay, you guys, we've got 2 more active drills to do. So I'm going to take you down to the floor now. I'm going to have us start. We're going to do a hamstring pull. So I'm going to have us start on the ground, lying flat. I'm going to start with my left leg. I think for the camera, that's going to be easier. So my right leg is going to be bent, foot flat on the floor, and my left leg is going to be straight. Arms can be at your side. Arms can be anywhere they're comfortable, but I want your shoulders relaxed. I'm going to have you take your leg up in the air. This is my left. I'm going to have you pull a straight leg, straight left knee, as far as you can. You might be pressing into the floor slightly with your right heel. So be it, it's not a big deal. You don't have to by any means. I'd rather it were relaxed, but the idea is you're gonna pull that leg as hard as you can, and then we're gonna return it down to the floor. So let's do it again. We're gonna pull the left leg up, keep the knee straight, pull it as far as you can, pull, 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 and then back to the ground. Okay, so we've done 2. I want 8 more on this side and kind of watch you. Good, so you're not pulling it with your arms, you're pulling it with your hamstring. Good, see if you can relax the foot that's on the floor so there's no added tension there. Sorry, Erin, you're muted. I know you're trying to communicate, but I'm not sure.
Sorry, is your foot pointed or I didn't notice that?
Great question. You can do either. So
okay.
Erin's asking, does your foot have to be flexed or pointed? And it doesn't matter, whichever you're comfortable with. Good, so that we're hoping by the 10th rep, you see a little bit of improvement. There's a little bit of connection there. You're able to pull that leg a bit further. Okay, let's go. We're gonna switch sides. So we're gonna do 2 reps together and then I'll turn you loose for 8. I like to do 2 together because then I know you're going nice and slow. All right, so lying nice and flat, shoulders are relaxed. I have my left knee bent, my left foot flat on the floor. I'm gonna pull my straight right leg up. Keeping that leg straight, I'm gonna pull it as close to my chest or my face, however you think about this, as you can, and then back down to the ground. Make sure the shoulders are still relaxed. Belly is still pressed towards the ground. Let's do it again. Pull that leg straight, knee all the way as far as you can. Keep pulling. So when you're at the end of your range, see if you've got an inch more, and then back down. Okay, 8 more. Again, when you think you're at the final stage, see if you've got a further inch in you. Camera angles are amazing here because I can mostly just see toes coming and going in and out of the shot. Good, keep that knee straight as the leg comes up. Okay, you guys, we have one more drill to do. I'm gonna have you go over into a tabletop position. So we're gonna be forearms and knees. So hips are gonna be right on top of your knees. And from here, I actually want you to walk your elbows in until they're touching your knees. So we're gonna get in close. All right, I'm just gonna change my angle. You guys stay put. I just want you to be able to see me head on. So I'm in the same position, knees on elbows. I want you to take your left hand and put it behind your head. All right, now you might have to look up at the screen here for a moment. From here, I'm gonna try and rotate so that I'm trying to get my chest towards the ceiling. I'm gonna pull up and then I'm gonna rotate back down to my starting position. Rotate up, I can take my eyes up. I'm trying to pull my left elbow open across my body. Okay, let's do 1 together. Down we go. Elbows are touching knees, so left hand behind the head. I want you to open your left elbow towards the ceiling. Pull it as far as you can, so it's not passive, we're actively pulling. And then return to the starting position. Okay, we're gonna go 9 more on this side. So left arm stays behind your head and we're just rotating for 9 total reps. Every time you're at the top, see if we can rotate a bit further. Can you take your eyes up to the ceiling? Can you open your chest a bit more? So you should feel, this might be between your shoulder blades. That's where I'm feeling it. This is trying to open your thoracic, your upper back. Good, there's still pressure. You can use the pressure in your right elbow, pressing into the floor to help with that rotation. Every time you're at the end range, see if you can pull a little bit more out of yourself. Can you pull another inch out of this? Press with the stable elbow with your right elbow. Good, take your eyes up to the ceiling with your elbow. Okay, I think that's probably around 10. We're gonna go the other side. Again, we're gonna do 1 together, and then I'll turn you loose for the remaining 9. So we're gonna get into our tabletop with our elbows touching our knees. Let's take your right hand behind your head. We're gonna open your right elbow towards the ceiling. Your eyes are up towards the ceiling. You're trying to turn your chest towards the ceiling. Use your left elbow to press into the floor, and now actively pull your right elbow behind you. All right, back to neutral. That's 1. Let's go 9 more. Again, this is an active movement. Can anyone feel the difference between the right and the left side? My right side feels like I'm made of steel. My left side, I'm made of putty. Oh, who's that? Brian, super mobile here. Is that Steph? Yeah, that's Steph, right? Steph, maybe, I think that's you. Try it with your knees a bit wider if that's a little bit more comfortable. Yeah, keep the elbows on the knees. That a girl. The elbow, I should say, good. And now follow the elbow with your eyes. That's it. It's down there, Mel. Nice, Erin. Carolina's done. Oh, hi, Annie. She already looks so big. Okay. Okay, active stuff is done, you guys. Let's do some nice passive stuff. So a little bit more relaxing now. We're gonna start, again, with one of my tried and true favorites. We're gonna do some hip stretch, what I think our programming generally references as a groiner. So I'm gonna go back to my mat. We're gonna go into our plank position. I'm gonna have you step your right foot up outside your right hand. You can drop your left knee to the ground. Here, I want a little bit of focus on your right foot. So we should have 3 points of contact, a nice arch in the foot. I want those 3 points of contact to remain. You can allow the knee to fall out, but the foot will stay in contact with the floor. My left hip is pulling towards the ground. Shoulders are down. We've got a nice flat back. Let's take a nice big breath here. I want you to breathe in through your nose. As you exhale out through your mouth, feel your left hip sink towards the floor a bit more. Let's try it one more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let the hip sink. All right, from here, I want you to lift up your right hand, and we're gonna open it towards the ceiling. I want your thumb pointing behind you, your pinky in front. Eyes can come up, and you can try and open your chest towards the ceiling. Make sure that your left shoulder is staying down and back, and let's take a breath here, in through the nose. Exhale, let your left hip sink. In through the nose. Exhale, let your arm fall open. And we'll bring it down. We've got one more to do here. I'm gonna have you pick up your left arm. That one's gonna like this. We're gonna pick up the left. I use my right hand right on top of my right foot. Left hand up, thumb facing back. We're trying to pull that arm behind us. Now let's breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Keep pushing your right knee wide. Let's take another breath. Beautiful. Both hands can come back down to the floor. I'm gonna have you pull up into a lunge position. So I pulled my back knee a little bit closer to my front heel. I like to take my back toes tuck them underneath. This is to each their own. This is a little bit more intense for me and I prefer that. I want you to squeeze your left glute tight, push your left hip forward as you pull your chest back. And then we're gonna reach the arms up and breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. As you breathe out, can you push your left hip forward a bit more? Let's do another one. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful. I'm gonna have you flatten out the back toe. I want you to kick your right heel forward. I have you pull your right hip back, and then you're gonna drop your chest down. I want your back to stay nice and flat. So maybe this is your range. Maybe you go hands to the floor. I'm gonna have you pull your toes towards you, and we're gonna breathe. In through the nose. As you exhale, can your chest fall towards your thigh or towards your knee a bit more? Let's do one more breath. In. Relax the shoulders, relax the body towards the leg. Okay, we're gonna bring that knee back. So we're back in our tabletop. I'm gonna have you kick that same right leg straight out to the side, 90 degrees. We're gonna take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale and drop your hips down. Good, wherever you're comfortable dropping here, we should feel a stretch on the inside of this leg. If you want to drop down to your elbows, if you prefer being up here, so be it. Take a big breath. Again, see if we can sink the hips and fall into this stretch a bit further. All right, let's do everything on the other side. So we're back to tabletop. And we're back to plank. And now we're gonna step the left foot up outside the left hand. We can drop the right knee to the ground. We can flatten out the right foot. Let's think about the left foot and its connection with the ground. 3 points of contact and a nice arch in the foot. The left knee can fall out, but the left foot stays flat. Shoulders are down and back. Back is nice and flat. Let's take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, let the right hip sink towards the floor. Let's do another breath in through the nose. Exhale, hip sinks, shoulders relax. All right, let's pick up the left hand. Thumb is facing back, pinky is facing forward. We're gonna pull that arm at least in line with the ear, and we're gonna open the chest towards the left hand. Take a breath. Exhale, let the right knee sink towards the ground. Make sure that right shoulder is pulled down and back. One more breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's bring that arm down, the left arm down. Again, I like to pin my left foot. We're gonna pick up the right arm. Thumb back, pinky forward. We're trying to pull it at least in line with our ear. We're gonna open our chest towards the ceiling. I want you to press your left knee wide. Take a breath in. Exhale, let the right hip push towards the ground. Left knee is staying wide. One more breath. Okay. Ooh, both hands back down. Let's pull yourself up into a lunge. Again, I like to tuck my back toes. So this scenario, my right toes under. I need to squeeze this right glute tight. Push my right hip forward as I lean back. Arms up. We're gonna inhale. Exhale, let the right hip push forward. In through the nose. Exhale, push with the hip. All right, flatten out the back toes. We're gonna kick the left heel forward. I want you to try and pull your left hip back a few inches. And then we're gonna drop the chest down towards the leg. Again, wherever you're comfy here, maybe we have hands on the leg, hands on the floor, whatever is working for you. Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, allow your chest to sink towards the leg. Pull your toes towards your shin. And let's do another big breath in. Exhale and fall into the stretch. Excellent. We're gonna bring that leg back. I'm just changing my angle, but everything stays the same. So we're back in our tabletop position. Let's take your same left leg and we're gonna kick it out to 90. Take a big breath in. Exhale and sink down. Good, again, find a position that you kind of like here. And we're gonna take another inhale through the nose. Exhale and let the hips sink towards the heels. Okay, you guys, we're gonna bring back to your tabletop. I'm gonna have you go down onto your forearms. We're gonna do a lat stretch. So this is one we do often in class as well. I'm gonna have you walk your forearms way over to the left so that you're bent in half. From here, I'm gonna have you extend your right arm. I need to have my knees a little bit wider here for comfort to fit my body kind of correctly. I want you to take a big breath in through your nose. As you exhale, drop your hips down towards your heels. I want you to walk your right fingertips a step further. I want you to inhale, and I want you to feel that inhale. Fill the gap from your right pinky to your right hip. Exhale, let your right armpit sink towards the ground. Let's stay here for another breath because it feels so good. Breathe into your whole long right side. Exhale, fall towards the floor. Let's bring the right arm back. I'm gonna have you walk back out to a tabletop on your forearms. And then we're gonna walk the forearms way over to the right-hand side. I'm gonna flip around, but it's the same thing. Ooh. Now we're gonna extend your left arm. Take a big breath in. Again, widen the knees if they need a bit wider. As you exhale, sink your hips down towards your heels. Walk the fingertips one more inch further away. Breathe into that left side. So take up all the space from your left pinky to your left hip with air. Exhale, let your left armpit fall towards the ground. We'll stay for one more big breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll bring that arm back. Okay, you guys, we got a little bit of mobility. I got hot up here. Could be because I'm upstairs. But hopefully you got a little bit of a blood flow going. All right, okay. I don't know how you're all doing at home. I know how some of you are doing at home, but keep active, get outside, get sunlight and water and movement. We miss you. Keep showing up to these because it is nice to see you guys. Please reach out if you need anything. I'll stay here for maybe a moment. And if you want to ask anything or email me, Annie at Team Firepower, I'm happy to help if there's some way I can help. All right, hope that was good for you guys. See you soon.
Thank you, Annie. That was really good.
Yeah.
Good. Glad.
Thanks, Amy.
Thanks, Amy.
My pleasure, guys. Enjoyed that.
Thank you. Was very nice.
Okay, I gotta get
Bye,
off.
everyone.
How do I do this?
Thanks,
Bye,
Annie.
thank you. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye,
Glad-
buddy. Thank you. Oh, there it is. Oh, wait. No, I still didn't leave meeting. Oh, wait.